I got orders.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
This is challenger number 7. OMGPOP wins this series. He will break even
That's it.
with Captain S. Price, who, up until this point, I had thought had had an incredible run. OMGPOP's run, however, or reign, I should say, has proved to be even more amazing. Just annihilating the competition. Thank you very much, Generals, gentlemen, for your $10 donation. Thank you so much for your kind words and comments coming from a fellow caster, a caster who's been in the KOTU scene for a lot longer than I have been. That means the world to me. Thank you so much for your support. But yes, OMGPOP annihilating the competition. 0-2 Jezelin, beat him in game 2 in 8 minutes. He's only lost one game this whole tournament. One game against Cruz, who Cruz just honestly stomped him pretty hard in that game 1 using Soviets. He was trying to show off tank hunters, but he won so fast he wasn't even able to utilize any of his doctrinal features, except for the anti-tank grenade thing. That was kind of neat, but hasn't lost a single game except for one against Cruz, just dominating the competition. Let's see if Blalord can take him down. We've got Blalord in the south playing as U.S. forces, OMGPOP in the north playing as Oster. Mechanized assault, again. They're getting pretty predictable here. I think all challengers going up against Pop know exactly what to expect at this point, so hopefully they can modify their build accordingly. Riflemen charge on those Pyos to force retreat right there. Riflemen engaging Grenadiers over here. You probably could close the distance a little bit, and they're actually kind of losing this. Well, not losing, but took a little bit more bleed than they had to. He has to decide between long range with yellow cover or short range with no cover. Apparently he doesn't really like this engagement. He's kind of delaying the capture of the left side fuel. Not able to engage all that optimally here though. Riflemen making their way up the left side.
Infantry!
Not looking good for those riflemen. Did not make a good approach right there. You kind of expect riflemen to win that engagement. They didn't have that much ground to cover to get into close range on those Grens. I think RNG just went against him there. That's very unusual to see riflemen lose that engagement. Bit of bad luck, I almost think, from Blalord. Maybe he could have tried to make that close the distance a little better by vaulting this wall or something, but I'm actually a little surprised that he lost that. He's going to lose this for sure. Rifleman getting quite a bit of damage from Grenadiers inside the building. 3 models dropped before he can even get outside their line of fire. None of these Rifle vs Grenadiers engagements are going in Blalord's favor at all, despite having the stronger squad. Either bad positioning and maneuvering or just bad rolls. Whatever it is, his Riflemen are losing to Grenadiers all over the map.
They're wise to us!
Thank you, Computer Heat. Thank you for your generous donation. Thank you, everyone, for your very generous donations.
We have a lieutenant reporting in for
But
duty.
it's not a competition. This is a competition. Riflemen making their way over here to push away those Grenadiers will force retreat. One squad member remaining. Somehow OMGPOP is holding on to this left side fuel point. With only a 2-man, almost dead squad of Grenadiers, he's simply going to retreat and just hope that his opponent doesn't move up to capture it. But there he goes, going to get that fuel under control, simultaneously losing control of the right side.
Grenadiers reporting objective captured. Attention!
Lieutenant has hit the field from Blalord, making his way up the right side. He's going to get into green cover right here, but at this range, don't think it really matters. Grenadiers probably going to win this engagement. Because at this range, cover doesn't actually protect you at all.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Grenadiers pulling ahead in this engagement, but an M20 has arrived to support, trying to force these Grenadiers out of this building. Lieutenant will be forced to retreat. If you engage from this green cover position, the cover will protect you. Plus, there's only one south-facing window, so that's a bit of a tip. It's much safer to engage this building from this green cover wall right here. Ooh, bit of a lucky break for Blalord right there. Just regular rifleman fire pops a flamethrower. That was a lucky engagement. Man, what a random series of engagements for so early in the game to have all of these random things happen that don't make any sense. These are good. I would say these are mostly good instances of RNG, though. Not anything that can't be recovered from. Maybe the flamethrower popping a little annoying. But it's not like a plane fell on anybody's army. Wow. Nice Panzerfaust right there. Perfectly placed for the 222 to move up and try and seal the deal on this scout car. He's probably got no choice but to get out here. If he throws the rear echelons inside, maybe he can use the 50 cal, try and turn this in his favor. I don't know. I think that 222 is probably just going to go down here. There it goes. Even the health buff couldn't protect it from 2 direct bazooka hits. 222 traded for an M20. Probably a pretty good trade if you're already in the lead, especially since he just wiped a rifle squad over here on the left. Standing at close range in green cover. Apparently he wins that engagement. I wasn't watching it. I guess they were already low health or something. Looks like it was pretty close. Grenadiers also quite low. And they're vet too also, so wasn't watching. Blalord is now going to be falling behind, having lost a full rifle squad. He's just gone infantry company, which on Stalingrad I'm not sure makes a whole lot of sense. Purchasing LMGs on this short to medium range map. Seems like airborne for Thompson's, armor company for flamethrowers on assault engineers might make more sense. Rifle company, of course, would be immensely powerful on Stalingrad. Infantry company, I think he may struggle to make work. Although LMGs in this building can definitely cover a big zone. Second scout car produced by OMGPOP, trying to keep up some early game pressure here on his opponent, who's falling behind from territory and manpower.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. We are losing a sector.
Lieutenant will be forced to retreat by the scout car right there. Rear echelon troops trying to harass some territory. Those piles aren't going to do all that much damage to them. Riflemen trying to harass the victory point outside of those grenadiers' range. And while Pop maintains victory point control, or building control, it's going to be hard to force him out. Should probably not close into short range like that with those riflemen. There's green cover right here he could stand behind, take advantage of long range green cover engagement with his LMGs. And he's kind of ruining his ability to do that by just charging into close range where he cannot benefit from cover. Scout car on the left side will push away those rear echelons, pushes them out of the capture circle, and will easily either wipe or force the retreat there. There they go. It's going to lose this engagement because he got way too close. In fact, that squad might get wiped by these grenadiers. There they go. Another rifle squad destroyed. Going to see a 50 cal fielded and an ambulance, but he's now lost 2 full rifle squads and his M20. He's falling way behind. Not looking too good. OMGPOP's going to now transition from his 2 scout car opening into his half track, probably from his half track go into a medical bunker, into an AT gun, set up a defensive position that his opponent cannot crack. And seal the game from there, unless Blalord can pull off some sort of miracle.
Secure!
50 cal being forced away by the scout car right there. Grenadiers moving up to take control of this munitions point over here. These squads going to try and put some pressure on that scout car. OMGPOP really does not seem to have any issue with losing a scout car and simply replacing it if he thinks that he traded well. He likes to trade. He trades a lot. I've seen him just throw units away and queue another one up immediately just because he's happy with the damage that he's inflicted. He has a very economic mind. in that regard. Doesn't mind sacrificing one scout car if it means taking out an M20. He's more concerned with destroying the M20 than preserving his own investment. Which makes sense, because an M20 is worth a lot more than a 222. Not for munitions, necessarily. Actually, even for munitions, if it has the armor discard upgrade, so... perfectly reasonable.
Keep low! Keep low! Use cover! Contact! Ground infantry! Stand by to move! Get ready! We're taking fire!
Assault gun standing by.
Assault gun forces a retreat. Actually, to that point, Sherlock, I'm kind of reading chat. To that point, elevation did used to factor in, which is why some green cover positions a few patches ago didn't seem that effective. There were certain sandbags that had really low 3D profiles, and because cover was analyzed in a three-dimensional manner, sometimes green cover wouldn't seem to actually protect you very much at all, and it's because the bullets were going over the cover, so they actually changed their cover system to be completely two-dimensional top-down analysis, whereas elevation no longer has any effect on whether cover will grant you any benefits anymore, to make green cover feel a lot more consistent. So that is how that works now, and it's a much better system that way, in my opinion. Bazooka has been, or Captain has been fielded to try and take on this Stug. He's taking heavy damage and he's super clumped. Oh, he's gonna get wiped any second. Vehicle crew trying to flank around behind. There goes the Captain. One more bazooka is not enough. Oh, it is enough, and it gets abandoned. I don't even think that matters. I don't know. Maybe it will. He needs to stop losing full squads, though. Every time he engages at two locations simultaneously on the map, he almost loses a squad, or does lose a squad. Fortunately, he's got a spare vehicle crew hanging around right here that he can utilize, and some echelon troops, whatever, that he can utilize to crew that Stugi. The fact that it was getting a little too aggressive meant that OMGPOP had nothing anywhere on the map to finish it off, but he has such solid map control, such a huge manpower lead, that even handing that Stug over to his opponent is not going to make that dramatic of a difference. There it is, the half-track medic bunker in a forward position that he likes so much. Doesn't have to retreat. Heal right here, has very, very powerful presence on the map. Can react to threats nearby quite easily. Definitely helps the US player that he's got a Stug. But I mean, even with that in his arsenal, he's going to have to play flawlessly and get really lucky anti-infantry wipes and manage the threat of a new Stugi without his captain, just to have a chance at this game. I mean, he's already 150 points behind. He has to execute flawlessly and get lucky rolls just for the game to maybe be possible. Not a good position to be in. His Stug has vet though already. That's kind of fun. I certainly don't know what it's doing. Cleverly baiting him into an AT gun. Oh, if only he could target weak point. Target weak point. Do it. And he didn't target weak point. Cost 30 munitions, he could have, he just didn't. Ooh, now he's got vet too. Takes a Panzerfaust and he's pulled back to safety a little bit. Pop still has not fielded an anti-tank gun, so his own ability to manage the Stug is actually somewhat limited, which is what I've been saying this whole time, is that OMGPOP leaves himself incredibly vulnerable to his opponent's tanks. And it's because he's able to secure such good early map control that he doesn't have to worry about tanks that much. It's 15 minutes into the game and the US players never even been close to getting a tier 4 unit on the field, sadly.
Shoot up here! Retreat! Our supply line is cut.
Is that a mortar half-track? Mortar half-track has been fielded. I think that might be the first time I've seen it in the tournament. Hopefully it will perform quite well now. Supposedly it's much better than it was pre-patch. So far it appears to be performing about as well as it always has. Anti-tank gun's been cleared. Vet 2 Stug's in a bit of danger here. Anti-tank gun just got stolen. Does not look good. stealing this seems to have had no meaningful effect at all. And he just handed an anti-tank gun over to his opponent, so he doesn't even have to produce one of his own. .222 finds the mortar half-track, which still has 0 kills. It's probably going to be destroyed. There it goes. Stug on the flank takes it out. Stolen Stug does not inflict any meaningful damage here. Ambulance is about to be destroyed as well. And there it is. Game 1 will go to OMGPOP. Short break, and we will jump into Game 2.